Hey guys, just wanted to give a heads up. We're going to go live with my boy Johnny, CEO of Titan Medical. So if you have any questions about health, about optimizing your health, or anything like that, this would be the time for you guys to jump in here and rock and roll. Ask him questions. Are we good, or I got to talk up a little bit?
You sound risky.
Sounds good.
You sound amazing.
Bump, 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 bump. Product placement.
Ooh.
I like that. I just got off bike. We can talk whenever. And we got Big Johnny coming in here in a second. And then Mo will jump in here too. There's the Playboy.
Oh,
Hi, you guys.
hey.
So happy Christmas Eve
Post-Christmas.
after
Post-Christmas.
Christmas Day, day
Belated
after Recovery Day.
Yes, all the above.
for sure.
Hi, guys. Do you guys, I would like you to tell everybody, if you got a second, just to tell us where you're located at right now.
Sure. So let me just show you.
So pretty.
Sorry, I couldn't get closer because I need a plug in. My computer is gonna.
You guys got to see this.
So right now we're in Turks and Caicos.
Now you're just making me jealous. Hi.
We're going. Me, Mike, and Mona.
Hi, love. Yeah.
We're here in Turks and Caicos. We're at the Ritz Carlton here. First time.
It's Mark. It's going away.
See, he got out of Florida, head down to another tropical,
That's
and
right.
enjoying his life.
That's right.
Where is Turks and Caicos? What's the flight time from you?
Providenciales. It's like, I mean, basically, like you have to, like from where I have to go to, you either have to go to Miami or you go to Charlotte. But it's like an hour flight to Miami, 45 minutes, maybe an hour and a half to Charlotte, and there's a 2.5 hour flight from there. So it's not too bad. Maybe 4.5 hour travel time all the way in.
Not bad at all.
No, definitely not. I mean, it's we've been to Dominican. That's for about 5.5 hours, maybe 6, and then you've got some of the different islands and stuff like that. But Turks and Caicos is pretty close. Bahamas is really close. When you go to St. Martin, Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, it's all on that over there. So, from Florida, it's not too bad. From California, it's going to be a little bit of a trip.
Mona's always talked about the Bahamas. Is that right, Mo? You've talked
Paradise
about.
Island. I think it's great for kids too. They have a lot of stuff
Yeah.
for kids.
So
Paradise Island, Bahamas.
we need to go to Atlantis.
Yeah, that's it.
So they already know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Well, we've been there like,
It's the best.
I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 times.
yeah. I used to go there every year.
Is
for
that because of
15 years.
Peter?
No. So
No.
originally, when I first met Sharice, I was working for this big advertising marketing company. And I was one of the top 1% of the agents there. So they gave me a free trip to Atlantis with her and some of the other
Oh,
talent
nice.
with the
That's
CEO. So it was like kind of like a weekend business thing.
Nice.
But it was really nice. But we remember we were talking about the other day with Peter, because we have taken Peter there a couple times. That back then and back in the day, even though I was making over 100 grand on a salary there, a cheeseburger there was like 20, 25 bucks.
Oh, wait a minute. So that changes things.
We're sharing the burgers. I'm like, this is too expensive.
Did you guys stay at the Cove because it was only
Yes.
adults?
Yeah.
So there's
right?
3 different parts of Atlantis you can stay in. There's a cove. There's like 2 other ones.
The Cove was just adults, no kids. But
They all got their benefits for sure. And definitely the cove is nice. But even when you're around the kids and stuff like that, it's a big space, a big beach. So there's not a lot. You're not going to feel cramped there. And then some of the water slides are spectacular.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And you slide and you go underneath the water with the sharks.
They
You can
have
see the sharks in the water
listen,
slide.
at that place, they have the river that actually pushes you through the river.
Yes.
So you don't have to be like,
So it would be great for a great family vacation. There's a lot of cool stuff on the property. You don't leave the property at all. We did leave the property one time. You have to cross like this long extended bridge and the whole night because they don't want you leaving there. They want you to stay on the property and that's it. But it's good to get out and see, the parts of the island. So I'm just sitting there the whole time.
I love it. I think that's awesome. She's talked about it and stuff. And so this is the year you and I have spoken about that quite a bit.
That's right. It's our time.
We're going.
My friendship with these knuckleheads is extended from just work to enjoying life a little bit more, because I'm not the guy that takes much time off. And so these three are ganging up on me saying, you got to get away, gotta celebrate a little bit and enjoy.
Good for stress and good for anti-aging.
Yes. Keeps your skin nice and wrinkle free.
There you go.
We'll get a nice tan.
They're so summery dressed, and look at us, all Christmassy.
Oh my
I
goodness,
know.
I'm not in my bathing suit. Look, Mama.
When we
I
go on vacations, it
I
doesn't
see
change.
it. I
Unless
love
we're
it.
gonna go out for dinner,
Yeah.
shorts and a tank top, we're just
Mhm.
relaxing and kind of enjoying, making some more
So
memories
cool.
and stuff like that.
Awesome.
I
I'm-
love it.
Yeah, I'm glad that we guys connecting today, because it feels like we haven't talked in a
Yeah.
while.
It's like I haven't talked to you guys in forever because I'm always, drowning in the back office.
I know.
I actually get to see you guys today and say hi.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, full blast, baby, full blast today.
I love it. And when do you guys come back?
Friday, so the 29th we come back.
Okay, so you're gonna be back in Florida
Tampa.
for the New Year's.
Yep, yeah. So we're bringing the New Year's at Armature Works. Buddy Mike Piper puts on all these big productions here. He's bringing in Marshmallow. So we're gonna have a table for that. Kind of bringing the New Year there. Enjoy some good music. Go home, relax.
There you go.
So are you coming or are you coming? You coming, Mike? Momo.
You guys are doing it right.
Yeah, we're doing it right now. We're gonna celebrate bringing it.
Hopefully hanging with you guys, we did get this one out of the shell and get him out a little bit more, because it's a
Don't
home.
worry, I'm dragging him by his hair. Let's go,
Yes,
Mike.
Yes. Mike.
Get me out past 9 o'clock.
I'll let you sleep later during the day.
Yeah, let's just
Fly
sleep
later
a
on
couple
that night.
hours later.
Maybe take a midday nap.
Yeah.
All right.
See, I like how they're thinking.
Yeah, me too.
We'll do
I
some
like
food.
this.
That's why we
That's all that
clicked.
matters, right? Feed you and then let you sleep a few hours. You'll be fine.
Rock and roll.
We'll get Mike up around 5.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Wake up, go train, go work out, sleep, wake up later and go do it.
I know that you're staying on the healthy eating. You guys are enjoying yourselves as well, but also you guys enjoying yourselves is you eat out, you have the good food, but it's the healthy food. It's tasty. It's healthy food that's tasty, I guess you would say. It's not like you guys are eating pizza and donuts and all that kind of stuff while you're on vacation.
We ate a couple slices of the local
Brick oven.
pizzeria here, because there's a good brick oven place here, and that's about the only thing. They don't have any fast food on this island. Not
No
one
fast
place.
food.
Not a McDonald's, not a Burger King, not a Starbucks. No,
why they-
How is that a thing?
because the government here wants to keep local business.
Yeah.
And they don't want anybody big coming in.
It's crazy.
So that's it. So all you see is local
Oh,
restaurants. That's
Smart,
it.
real smart.
It's really cool. That's why this is one of our favorite islands. It really is. It's really nice as far as that goes. And they want to keep everything in, which is it's a good thing, not a bad thing. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a smart thing, and it's a smart thing for the government to do that. It's like
Yeah.
I wish America would take note on the fast food stuff. I get it, but just keeping more business from here instead of shipping everything out.
That's right.
True.
Outsourcing.
True.
That's the problem. But so fast food wise, there's not much here. So pizza is like the best thing you can get as far as that goes, fast food wise. And there's a brick oven pizza place here, and they just kill it. I mean, it's really, really good pizza. And I like pizza, only the best. So it's got to be really good pizza for me to say that. So that would be our cheat meal here. But other than that, man, you'll see the videos when we put them all together. It's Peter's eating a little bit. For me, it's grilled chicken breasts. That's all I've been eating down here, and steak. That's probably it. And pizza's been my go-to for a little bit of cheap.
For a little fun.
As far as that goes, I mean, it's not like I'm eating like 24/7.
Any workouts while you guys are there?
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%.
I gotta ask.
Definitely. Every time I work out or when I go on vacation, it's either I'm either in the room doing it or I'm going down to the gym and doing it. So I'm either doing push-ups and sit-ups in the room or I'm going down to the gym. They do have a decent gym, was okay, listen, any gym is better than nothing. So you can learn and you can look online if you don't know what you can do with these different weights or machines and utilize it and maximize your time in the gym here. So, that was one thing. So me, Peter, and Sharice, we did go work out. So that's been a good thing for sure too.
I love that. I love that. I had a question because it's coming to New Year's, so it's that time for everybody to. I mean, you guys look incredible. So, are you guys doing any kind of goal setting or anything like that when it comes to body? Anything with body or stuff? Because isn't it New Year's the number one thing is about getting in shape? Or it seems to me, maybe because I live in such a bubble that it seems like everybody always wishes the same thing is about that. I should technically.
That's real life.
I should technically say I should take more vacations for me.
Yes. Yes. A little bit more time off. But, number one resolution is weight loss. That is the number one resolution out there. It does make sense when you have 50 to 60% of people that are obese or overweight, right? I mean, 6 out of 10 people in the room are overweight. A lot of people don't want to be overweight. They don't want to do that, but they're not doing the right things to combat them gaining weight or doing shred the pounds. So at that point, they're not changing their diet, nutrition factor, they're not doing any more activity, they're not sleeping correctly, they're living an unhealthy lifestyle, they might be going out, drinking, partying every night. At that point, that's not going to help. So, for you guys, you got to make a positive change. I mean, that's the biggest thing I think for out there. Resolution-wise, there's some different medications out there, therapies that we offer that can definitely be game changers for people out there.
AOD?
AOD is one good one as far as a peptide, as far as burning fat and burning the stored fat we have in your body. Semaglutide, tirzepatide,
MK?
MK's
So-
stack it.
MK, people have to be careful. It's good for people that have good self-control and have a regimen. For somebody that has
See, before you say anything, don't say anything else. Hold 1 second, because we had a discussion this morning on the workout, and we had one of these Titan crew members came over, and he is mid-40s, and we had a talk, and my recommendation to him, and your recommendation, or not yours personally, but your wellness provider to him said it is time for him to start some tea and some other things.
Okay.
And the other things was CJC.
Okay. So,
And the reason why was CJC would not stimulate so much of a hunger
that's right.
for you. And then Jeff over here goes, well, do the MK if the MK works better. Well, the problem was, why not do the MK? Right. And this is all about what you guys will answer to this after I explain this. And he goes, well, why not the MK instead of the CJC? And the response was from the wellness provider is because the MK will make you hungry.
Mhm.
And so just do this, and that way you don't stimulate your hunger and maybe cheat a little bit and stuff like that. And Jeff's response was very, I don't know what the response was. His response was just be disciplined. Just don't, I don't care that you're hungry. Just stay on nutrition. And I go, I understand both sides. It's a give and take. It's like if MK works better, then control yourself. But that's an easy thing for me to say, but society doesn't control themselves, right?
Sorry, guys.
If 6 out of 10 people can't control themselves without something
Normally-
stimulating their hunger through the roof, they're not going to control themselves when they're hungry and ravished.
There's no way. They're going to eat whatever's in front of them.
And it happens. You get that hungry and you're like,
But that's what MK is for.
Yeah.
Is to eat.
it is. It increases the GROM, which is the hunger hormone in your body. Now, people will say, well, ipamorelin does the exact same thing. Well, ipamorelin is supposed to do the exact same thing, but it doesn't do it in real life scenarios. I took a shot of CJC with ipamorelin at the highest dose, and I took 25 milligrams of MK. I'm going to get really, really hungry on MK. CJC with IPA, I'm not going to get as hungry. I'm not even going to feel it. So at that point, like, if you are disciplined, then MK is a great tool to utilize. If you're not disciplined, then it can work against you. And then at that point, you're going to be regressing because, listen, it's great because it will raise IGF-1 levels. So that will boost metabolism and everything along that. But if you're eating a whole bunch of bad calories,
Stack on those calories. It's not going to matter which IGF-1 levels look
yeah,
like.
it's
Right.
just not. You know, I mean, like I said, if it's somebody like you, right, where you're training 1 to 2 times a day, you're very strict on what you're eating every day.
Water intake.
You have your water intake on point. This is a great tool. But for somebody that has no inkling, has no control, has no regimen, then this could be, unless they want to gain weight. Because you got those ectomorphs out there, you got those people out there that cannot gain weight, they can't gain
They're
muscle.
trying.
And they're like, man, I just can't get hungry. This is a great tool for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
she can't put on lean muscle mass, and she looks great as she is, but she wants to look a certain way. So she decided that she's like, let me give MK a try, and it's been working out great for her.
You know, if you're a girl and you want to stimulate, you want to get a rump, right? You want to boost the booty and the legs, because most girls do. And, you know, especially in this day and age, I mean, it's all bottom end. You know, then they could utilize this, eat the calories, and train those lower ends, and probably get a good.
But they better eat the right things, and they better drink a lot of water.
That's the thing. There's a caveat, you know.
There's
good
a
and bad.
caveat.
At that point, you know, like I said, it can be used for good, but it can be used and go against you too if you're not doing the right things.
Nice.
So that answers the question on why the gentleman that was over here
Yeah.
is going to go down this venture of starting tea for himself.
Oh, nice.
Again, 44 years old.
It's a good time.
And he's going to stay with the CJC because he already has that attitude about food
Yeah.
where he just loves to eat.
Right. But he didn't know which one was
CJC.
best for him. But I guess he had a conversation with one of your,
Yeah.
specialists, and they suggested that for him after going through the questionnaire, and then seeing that he's so hungry he can't control his hunger. Still, they're like, okay, this probably is best for you, and
Yeah.
so it's good to ask certain questions that when
That's
you
what they do. The providers, they navigate you through to see
Mhm.
like, okay, this person wants to put on and this person cannot control, or this person can control.
Right.
We have some people that come through that have never seen a gym in their life. And then you have some people that come through and they see the gym every few hours, you know, like, so you really have to customize that entire experience to the patient.
Absolutely.
I got a question. Remove the idea of the one hunger at this point, and the one doesn't do it and one does stimulate it.
Mhm.
Which has better research and results
Well-
if you could control all these side effects of your hunger and you're disciplined and stuff?
If you could control everything, I think MK would be a dominant source for only a short period of time. I think you'd want to utilize both of them, to be honest with you. And this is the reason why. When you take MK, you only want to take MK for about 60 to 90 days. After that, you're going to have some sensitivity to it. As far as that goes, it's not going to work as good, right? So at that point, that's when you get off and you switch to CJC. But if you're not worried about anything else, you're perfect, and let's just look for results. MK has great research behind it. They did it with 55-year-old and over patients, male and female, and they have the biggest decrease as far as growth hormone levels. Well, this raised 123% as far as IGF-1 levels. So that's a huge step up, and that can be big, especially for older people and younger people. The reason older people, they're going to go through osteoporosis, they're going to go through all these negative things and decline as far as in the body, and this can actually help them. For younger people, obviously, IGF-1, it raises, you're going to get better recovery, you're going to be able to build more lean muscle mass, all these good things that come with raising growth hormone and IGF-1 levels. So, it could work for both players, and as far as that goes, it's going to give you the best effect as far as IGF-1 stimulation. So, I mean, that's you take one of those pills, you're going to start boosting IGF-1 that day. So that's
Can we do? Jeff's over here going, "Give me some, give me some." Can you do? Let's say you did the MK for 90 days,
Yep.
And you stop and you want to do the CJC. Can you do the IGF with the CJC? And would the CJC help keep that IGF -1 alive longer in the system to help keep the IGF level coming up? Because I know it's such a short release.
it is.
When you go to bed. I don't know if people realize it's not like these peptides or anything in the world.
Right.
When you go to sleep, your whole night is this point of it releasing and recovering. It doesn't work that way. Can you kind of go about the two aspects of, can you put the IGF-1 along with the CJC? Would that help it? And then on top of that, how do these things stimulate the body when you do go to bed, and bumping your IGF in your body through the peptides and anything you're doing? And this includes HGH or anything like that.
All right,
But
so
it's a short burst.
first part of the question I asked would be CJC and IGF-1 together, right? Can you take them together, and is it going to give you any more benefits? So you could take them together. You could take MK and CJC, or MK and, let's say, growth hormone or IGF-1 or whatever it may be. Let's just leave growth hormone out of it, because that's going to work.
Okay, that's fine with me.
But IGF-1 levels, CJC. So IGF-1 you could take with CJC, no problem. MK you could take with IGF-1. Could you get better results? Probably. Now with CJC, it has a longer half-life anyway. So, at that point, it works a little bit differently than IGF-1 does, where it's hitting a pulse, and it's hitting this budding per se, and it's hitting the brain, the pituitary, to produce your own natural growth hormone. With IGF-1, it's just bursting out through, and it's short, goes through, and done, right? So you could get better results. Now, as far as the research, I don't think there's much research out there as far as with CJC, IPA, and IGF-1, with a patient taking them together to tell you, hey, listen, this is definitely 100% research and definitely going to be the best thing for you. So, I can't say that. But I do think it would obviously give you a better result, 100%. I mean, IGF-1 by itself is going to give you a better result. CJC with IPA is going to just increase that, right? And I think that would be a good way to do it. Now, at nighttime. So at night, you usually want to take CJC with IPA in the morning, 15 minutes before you eat, or at night. Or you could take it both.
Wow, I did not know that this might be a double, but I knew the IGF can be the double.
Yeah,
usually 15 minutes before a workout or half an hour,
yeah,
and then again later in the day.
So the best way for CAC and IPA to work, to be honest with you, if you look at the research and everything, is multiple times through the day.
It's great to know that. That's great.
The reason we don't prescribe it for multiple times during the day is because patients they can't stick to that schedule. They're like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to carry a refrigerator bag with me, or a cooler, or how am I going to keep this cold and inject it through me? I can't bring this to my office or my workplace. So you have all these different things. So it's really simple and easy. Take it before you leave the house. Take it in the morning if you want, or you take it at night.
I'm going to be selfish and go, I don't care that they can't do it. I can do it.
Exactly.
So I'll stay on point with this.
Exactly.
I appreciate the possibility that these peptides can help. And if I can appreciate it enough, and I value my health and fitness in my life so much, that I will be disciplined to do that twice a day if that is what the research says. Hands down. That's not even a debate for me.
No.
And I know that you guys want to hear about this and what will benefit you. This I'm taking notes for myself here because of the fact that being able to bump that twice a day, wow. And I'm a nap guy too. So I'm trying to get as much recovery and growth as I possibly can, especially being a double nickel. It's like, hey, let's keep riding this wave. And again, my point this year is just a side note. If people don't comprehend this, is I will be in the best shape of my entire career, teaming up with Titan Medical and optimizing my health. That way I can have all these haters crying their asses off going, hey, how could you win the universe in 1990, but you look better in 2024? Must be, I don't know. But hey, it's over at Titan Medical. Enjoy your day. Have a good one. It's like, I'm ready to ride this thing. So this is too fun for me. And I just love learning about this stuff and how we can continue to make the body grow and healthy and recover. And I got back. I got to say this. Really, I'm sorry talking so much, but
no,
I know that we're going into 2024, and I'm sitting there thinking back, and we have this footage of me training, and it's called the Killers Workout. It's me and Craig Titus, and no pun intended. And so, but the workout is these flannels and stuff like that, and these denim shorts and stuff. And it was 1991, And I'm sitting there going, geez, Louise, let's get in there. Let's do some vintage shooting. The old flannel shirts and get nasty and get ugly and move some serious weight with a little bit of motion in it. And it just felt great. And it was just, I'm sitting there reminiscing as I'm still that guy that can do this.
Yep.
And it's like, man, I am so appreciative that that kid didn't rush the process.
Right.
And I'm still allowed to be able to do this today. And then this year I'm going to go on vacation and we're going to do this stuff. And I'm going to be able to take that stuff off next to you, this young 40-year-old stud, and everybody look at us and go, what do you guys do?
All the time.
We living, man. We living.
That's it. I'm telling you, it's the best thing. You can't buy it. You got to work it. You got to put your work in. That's all. That's the only way you're going to get it, man. And I tell people that all the time. You know, you have all the money in the world. I mean, you have the best health. I imagine you're in the best shape. I mean, money's only a thing. It's a tool too, to utilize it in good ways.
Yeah. So just for people at home, CJC and the IGF, best results, possibly the best results would be twice a day, morning, and then again at night to help bump your own IGF levels, which is so important because that's skin, that's hair, that's growth, that's mind. That is the whole thing. And then we talked about AOD, which is a fat burner, which I have continuously talked about how I noticed a difference by taking that peptide relative to anything.
Well, think about this. You have a lot of people out there, especially a lot of amateurs or people that really don't mess around with stuff. Like people said, I need to lose weight. I need to take growth hormone. So I'm always like, well, you don't need to take growth hormone. You can take AOD because AOD is the 176 amino acid sequence of growth hormone for the weight loss portion. So you aren't going to have any of the negative side effects from growth hormone. It'll be a fraction of the cost, and you're going to get the weight loss that you want. And you won't get any of the negative side effects that go with it, or some benefits possibly of raising IGF-1 levels. But you're going to get the weight loss effect, and that's what you're really looking for. That's really what's going to help out.
I love that. There's a couple IGF peptides. Can you explain the two different types?
Sure. There's IGF-1 and there's IGF-1 LR3. Titan Medical Center only prescribes IGF-1 LR3. The difference between the two is one is more short-lived than the other one. That's the only difference. One stays around the body longer than the other one does, and that's it. So usually you want to go with IGF-1 LR3. You want IGF-1 to stay in the body a lot longer, and you're going to get more benefit out of it. In the short burst with the IGF-1 straight, you can do it, but you want to do it more frequently throughout the day. Even with CJC and IPA, you can take it up to like 5 times a day. You can take it all throughout the day, and what it does is if you took CJC and IPA through the day, let's say you took it 4 or 5 times a day, it's hitting that pulse every time you take it. So it's continuously hitting the pulse when you do it. So, with that, if you're taking IGF-1, you can take it more frequently throughout the day, but IGF-1 or 3 is going to be more superior as far as the two.
Okay, we got that covered. And this is one big thing. And I know that we're going into the health. I got some talks today lined up, and I'm talking to one person that wants to work with me. And he's in his mid-50s as well, but he has high blood pressure. And I thought this was an interesting statement. There's so many guys in my age group or even in their 40s that are willing to go to the HRT road,
right,
but they're hesitant to do any kind of heart medicine in the sense of blood pressure and or cholesterol. Why would that be? I'm slightly confused on this, that they're willing to go one route, but it's not. I don't know what it is. I can't even fathom what that would. Do you guys, anybody here, have that understanding of why that would be? That they're willing to do HRT, but they're not willing to do blood pressure medicine or cholesterol medicine?
The only thing I could think of is, if they have to take a pretty serious medication like blood pressure and stuff like that, is they could get erectile dysfunction. They don't get blood flow. It might slow them down if they're taking beta blockers. But listen, the smart move would be, if you have high blood pressure, get it in check. Even if you take testosterone or anything else, if you don't correct your blood pressure, What's going on is you might not even feel symptoms. Your face doesn't get red. You don't feel lightheaded. You're going about your day. And I'm one of these people, guys. And at that point, the blood pressure starts going up, and you don't notice it until you get blood pressure checked. And you're like, oh my God, it's through the roof. And what happens is if you don't get it in check, it's a silent killer. And what I mean by that is it starts damaging things like your kidneys, renal function. And at that point, if you let it go unchecked, it will just keep damaging the kidneys. You'll be in chronic kidney disease. And at that point, you're going to be screwed. I know this personally because, one, my dad. Two, I was like, listen, I'm not going to let this start, because I started seeing my blood pressure go up. I'm like, my cholesterol is good. I've never had a problem with blood pressure. I don't know if it was maybe stress, whatever it was. But it was a little bit high. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to damage my kidney. So the doctor's like, listen, I'm going to put you on 10 milligrams of lisinopril. It's very minimal. It's not going to have any negative side effect whatsoever to your erections or.
Yeah, it gives you a little something though.
Yeah. So I'm like, lisinopril, so I've been taking that. My blood pressure's been perfect. And that's just something you need to look at. Cholesterol, listen, you need to look at your diet. If you're not willing to change your nutritional diet or what you're going to be eating, you better start looking about taking some meds. If your cholesterol is going crazy, that could be a direct link to cardiovascular disease and other things as far as that are going to take you down. So for somebody to be like, oh, I'll take testosterone, but I won't fix anything else that's going wrong with me, that's being very ignorant about the situation. I think you should really rethink that, because if you want real longevity and anti-aging and all this good stuff, you want to look at all these different things. You want to make sure everything is working good, not just one part is working optimal, but all the parts of the body.
Okay, so that's interesting. So the I guess one of the things they didn't talk about is the reason why they wouldn't take the blood pressure medicine is the possibility of, yes, it could help the blood pressure, but it also could hurt the ding ding.
Yep.
And so that's what you don't want to do. But then, like you were saying, yeah, you don't want to do that, because then what's the point of it? Is that you were talking about something that actually gives you a side effect of good boners, and it actually helps keep the blood pressure in check.
Yeah. So I mean, you could take those meds, get it in check. Once you get your blood pressure in check, you take your meds. And let's say you have erection problems. Now listen, if you have a serious blood pressure problem or cardiovascular disease, testosterone might not be healthy for you, right? But most people, they get that in check and they can go on testosterone replacement without that affecting them. The other side of this is that there are guys that start testosterone replacement therapy and they don't have high blood pressure. But then they notice that they're starting to have high blood pressure. And most of those people are not taking aromatase inhibitors. So they go to a general practitioner. General practitioner like, oh, you've been low on testosterone twice. I'm going to prescribe it to you. He starts prescribing the testosterone to the patient. Now the patient's taking testosterone. Testosterone rises. But then on the backside, other hormones are starting to rise too, and aromatase. So when we talk about estrogen, that's one that's going to aromatize into. And if your estrogen is high, you're going to hold more water, and water retention is going to create high blood pressure too as well. So these are different things that you need to look at and make sure everything is balanced in the body and you're looking at things. And if there's something off, you need to get to the root of the problem and fix it.
All right. Well, that handles that. That was great information for anybody and everybody out there that's, dealing with anything like that or high blood pressure. And again, high blood pressure doesn't have to be, it's not just an old man's thing. It could be a lot of that is you're Greek.
Yeah.
And so it is prone in certain
it is
races and stuff. That's always one thing to watch out for.
We're highly stimulated people, so at that point, we probably have a button in us that does it. I mean, even Mediterraneans, man. I mean, sickle cell. It hits all Mediterraneans, with the Greek, Italian, some people. It just is what it is. Luckily, I don't have that, but I do know Mediterranean people that are Italian that have sickle cell and they're dealing with that. But at that point, everybody's different.
Isn't that what is Robbie Robinson? It is.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, same thing. Island boy.
The thing is they do have a cure now for sickle cell. It just got FDA approved, and it's that CRISPR gene editing I was talking about. It's FDA approved now. So literally, somebody goes in there, they just inject this different CRISPR edit, and boom, sickle cell is gone.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah,
You get that information on over to Robbie.
for sure. You should definitely look into it.
That's huge. We were driving home and we got to talking about one of the tests, if I'm correct, Titan Medical checks for Hep C, or where that, if not Hep C itself, but where those levels are and stuff.
Sure.
Is that correct?
Yeah. So we
Am I right
do,
on that?
we do a lot of STD testing all together. So we
Okay.
can do STD testing, plus for MMA fighters and stuff like that, they have to have blood tests for like HIV, Hep C, and all that. So we run those tests on them too as well. Now, even with Hep C nowadays, there is a cure for Hep C. This is crazy because there wasn't before, right? It was like you could die from it, but now there's definitely some change in medicine where there's a vaccination for it, so you can get out of it. But all the other STDs and all that stuff, yeah, we do a ton of it.
Michael, go ahead. Keep going. Sorry, I'm just trying to get Liza's here as well. This I think is important. So
Okay.
Hep C is basically an STD.
Yeah, it's transmitted. It's a venereal disease. It's usually transmitted by sex. It can be transmitted in different ways. Obviously, if you have like back in the day, when they weren't checking all the blood transfusions, that could happen. But most of the time, it's sexually transmitted. I guess.
Okay. And this will, what does Hep C actually, and you're testing for it, but it also on the fact of what does it do?
It'll destroy your liver. It'll destroy your liver.
It will destroy the liver. That was one of the main things.
You know what has it? It's Pamela Anderson.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Kid Rock was upset about not telling him.
I mean, that's pretty serious. Not the
Yeah, I was going to say, it reminds me of what was the movie Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yes.
When he's like, hey, I got herpes, but it's like, hey, I don't have to tell nobody because it's not broken out. It's like, that was the funniest movie. Oh my God. Jeez Louise.
That's what I told my friend. He's 14 years old, and he hasn't crossed that bridge yet. But I'm like, listen, when you do cross that bridge, make sure you're protecting yourself because things are crazy nowadays, and it is what it is.
Well, I got good news for you. I don't know if you know this or not, but IG just this is great. This is great. IG, or you probably already know this, then the IG will allow this conversation to go onto their platform, not just YouTube and Facebook now. So
nice.
Yeah, so IG joins the party. So nice job, Instagram. What's up, Instagram? So we are live over there as well onto the Instagram world. So that is gold.
Absolutely, man. Worldwide, baby. Worldwide.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. For myself, I am planning to. I always like getting in shape during the new year and into my birthday. I always like to be most peak shape, and so I've been with Titan Medical how many months now here? It seems like I've known you forever, but it's been a short period of time.
I know. We've gotten close quick. I think November was Olympia, so it was like September, October, I think.
October,
Yeah.
October, and then I started peptides shortly after that.
Yes.
And so we'll be about 3 months. So by the time my birthday rolls around, it'll be 3 months with working with you, understanding blood work a little bit better. Again, I am not an expert in this world, but I am learning as best I can.
Absolutely.
And then also I'm trying to optimize my body. So that'd be around the 12-week mark. So it's going to be interesting for me to share that transformation and what we're doing to make sure the blood work is right and how the body looks.
Can't wait.
I'm excited to see what that looks like for me because I love doing this stuff. I love learning. I love training. I love seeing if I can continue to do this. And again, Frank Zane, Robbie Robinson are idols of mine, and Arnold. And if I can look great at their age, their stage, and still do what they do, that's the ultimate goal for me.
I think you can probably look better, man. Let's see.
Man, I would hope, but man, Robbie is a freak.
He is.
And he is the one in 8 point something billion people in the world, and there's one Robbie Robinson. It's not just, and I know people are out there going, well, no, I know somebody in shape at 80 years old. Robbie's in shape.
Oh, dude.
He's good and intense. He's strong. He has mobile movements through his entire body. There's there's much more to it than just the visual.
Absolutely.
And John and I are two guys, and I know this because John's an athlete.
Yeah.
We do not want to be all show, no go. We
Yeah.
want to be able to tussle.
Absolutely, dude.
So-
There'll be some force behind that train, man, for sure.
That's how we do it, man. That's how we do it. And then, as you saw, his girl and my girl are absolute savages.
They are.
John and me are we're kind of the face of these companies, aren't we? And then we got these women that are running the show behind us. It's
Yeah,
like,
these little gangsters, man, for sure. Both of them. Better watch out, man. You know, me and Mike, we look like the brute force, but those little ones behind us, they're the real brute force. Better watch out.
I got to a great conversation today with this OG from when we went to the second workout, and he's like, and I'm just talking about my kid and stuff, and it's like, fathers like you and me have been around for a long time. You know, I met your dad. I know what he's like. I know that kind of statured and his personality and his love for sports. Holy shnikes.
Yeah, dude, that dude's an almanac for sure. He can tell you every stat from any player in any sport. It's crazy.
But the mothers, which is such an important part of this, there hasn't been a lot of, I got lucky that when I grew up with 10 brothers and sisters, and my mom was an absolute savage, but
Yeah.
it's nice having Titan. And I know that Peter is thankful for having a mother that is a savage like that.
Absolutely.
And for these women out there that are feeling like they're losing some of their powers and energy, and you know, you're hitting 40 or hitting 50 or whatever it is, for you women out there, you don't need to. You can continue to be savages.
Absolutely.
You know, Mona's closing in on 50, and she's stronger now than she's ever been.
Yep.
She's more. She won the universe, and she's a pro IFBB, and it's like she's in better shape 10 years after than she was when she won the show.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
But again, it goes back to what you say, and I see this all the time. You say this all the time, that you live the lifestyle, the Titan Medical, that metahuman lifestyle.
That's right. Titan lifestyle all the way, baby. You got to. If you live that lifestyle, you'll consistently progress. If you don't, then you won't. I don't know what to say. You just got to stay on track. And once you get into it, listen, I love it. So I don't even think about it as that, right? Like, I have to stick and stay in line to this. This is just what I do. It is what it is. Just like you. It's what you do. There's nobody that has to tell you. It's not a chore. It's not, oh man, I got to do this. No, you get into it. You love it. You'll breathe it. You'll do it. And it will become you all the way. So I believe in that. So you just got to change your mindset. Don't go against the grain, and don't think this is like some punishment or I got to do this. Like, change the way you think, rewire your thinking. You'll be better off, man. I mean, all the way, not even just physically, mentally too, as well, and happy. A lot of people, they don't have that happiness, and they never will, because they're not happy with themselves. You know, it's something I see in a lot of people.
Jump on that for a second, because you just said it. You said they say they have to train.
Right.
You and I say we get to train.
That's right.
Those are two. Can you explain the difference between those two? Because I don't think people really get that. It's just it's a beautiful thing that you and I love that about you, that your mindset is that way.
I love it. And, you know, because you get into trains like Kidney Cane Store. Like, I get to go do this. Like, I'm happy to go do this. And somebody's getting forced to go do it and say, oh, I got to go do this. Like, no, you ain't got to go do it. But I'll tell you what, I get to go do it, and I'm going to be happy doing it. So if you don't want to do it, that's another thing. But people they got to change that mindset, because I mean, they're killing themselves even before they get there. Like, oh, I don't really want to go. And then when they get there, it's like half-ass as far as what they're doing. But there's other people that listen. They'll apply themselves, especially after January 1st, at least 30 days. And then hopefully they'll get some sort of result in 30 days, and it keeps them on track. But a lot of people, they stop because they don't see a change, right? And you got to remember this too, right? As much as you put in, you're going to get out. But if you don't put in much, you're not going to get a lot out either. So, you know, what you put in, you're going to get. So at that point, I don't know, you got to be happy about going to train and do some physical activity to benefit yourself and to better yourself.
For anybody that's watching this right now, we got less than a week for the New Year's, right? And so I know that you could probably go shopping to get your food. You can click on the link there for my workout program.
Yep.
But you need a little time to order your peptides, and you should probably also just check your blood. And so you need a little bit of time to do that. But if you call right now, and there's the numbers at the bottom of the screen right there, call over there and send over information, get signed up. That way you can get your blood work done. And also, in the meantime, before getting blood work, you can also order your peptides, because you don't need a blood work for your peptides. And so the AOD that he spoke about, the IGF, the CJC, these are all peptides, which are basically amino acid lineups to help you get in shape. And then as you do this, you'll get your blood work back from them. You'll talk to, just like these guys here today.
And the guy today gave his wife a gift.
Yeah, the guy today that was over gave his wife a $200 Titan Medical gift card to do blood work.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I thought that was great. His wife looked at him like, what's going on? But she's also mid-40s.
Gotcha.
And it might be one of those things that she didn't think about, but it's
Very
a gift. She gets her blood work done. They go, hey, by the way, this is where you're at. And maybe there's optimal things that she didn't realize, because they both train really hard.
Yeah.
And I could see why they weren't getting better after looking at their blood work.
Yeah.
And so that's why the decision for him was to get on HRT now. And so it'll be interesting to see what she does. But I think it's a great gift on his part to go, honey, I'm going to go down this venture. I want you to come with me.
Yeah.
So we can do this together. And so if you guys are out there and you're a couple, this isn't just for you. This is for both you.
Definitely.
So it's just my point of view of trying to get going. Start the process. Take the number down right now, or you can see it on my link in the bio.
If I were you guys, I would definitely call or text this week. Let me tell you why. There's two big things going on at Titan this week. And one of the things never goes on. One, there's blood work. As far as the blood work discount, $130 for males, $200 for females. That'll be for the rest of the week. But the biggest thing of all, this is the biggest thing, and this will go with your blood work or without. $25 visits. Usually a visit's going to cost you $100 for weight loss and $150 for a hormone replacement therapy visit. You get those visits for $25 this week only. You can call or text. If you want to do a peptide visit, it's going to cost you $25 instead of $150. So you can get that done, and you're good with your visit. And you can get scheduled out past this week as long as you call this week and book.
There you go. So it gives you more reasons to do this. And that way, when you start at a full sprint.
That's right.
And then again, I think if you guys, I understand what we were all talking about earlier about not being disciplined. You do become disciplined after that week of in the gym, and the endorphins are starting to fire, and you see a change to the body because your body's working with you. It's a cool thing. And I'm no different than anybody else. It's like, I like that part of the cutting when the body's really starting to burn well. And the AOD seemed to help me tremendous at this stage.
Oh yeah. That's great. I love AOD.
And we just got more back in. And see, I'm talking about it, but I couldn't get some because they were out. So get your orders in. That's the big thing, guys. Yeah. I would get your orders in to make sure that you have stuff for the next 12 weeks so you start slicing and dicing.
Oh yeah. We're lucky we're still getting peptides, guys. Some people were complaining to me about it. I'm like, listen, I don't know when they're going to be gone. Luckily, these pharmacies are doing what they're doing because it's still supplying us. So I'm happy. As long as they can keep supplying, I'll be happy. It is what it is.
Bring us home, Johnny. Talk to us about what's going on and what your recommendations are going into this new year this week.
Sure. So listen, we're gonna get ready for New Year's. New Year's is next week, right? Well, New Year's is technically Sunday. So listen, start now. So whatever you're trying to do, whether it's trying to build lean muscle, or we can do MK. Listen, check your blood work first. See what's going on there. See if there's any hormone imbalances. Make sure you're good there. If you're trying to lose weight, we've got the tools, semaglutide, tirzepatide, AOD 9604. Listen, for recovery, for better muscle pumps, you got Hercules Potion. If you want more energy and you want to burn fat at the same time, you got the ECA Stack Plus. We've got so many different things. And this week, our therapy of the week is our hair health therapy package. So we've got our injectable biotin that goes along with our hair tight hair foam, which has Lantrapost. It has Lantrapost to help thicken the hair, has minoxidil to help grow and keep the hair, and also has finasteride topically to help regrow and keep the hair too as well. So, it's got a 3-way combination of some different things, and along with the injectable biotin. Plus, you have the hair health capsules, so you can take something orally, you can apply something topically, and you can do the injectable for a trifecta. So you're hitting it all different ways in the body, trying to stimulate more hair growth and thickness, and it usually works very, very well. So, whether you have male pattern baldness in your family, you've taken some anabolic steroids, and maybe things are getting a little light up top, or maybe you had the virus and people lose hair or lost hair with that. Sharice did, and she gained a ton of it back. So, there's just different things you guys can do to stimulate things like that. But whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to achieve, we can help you customize a personalized regimen. Our providers are going to take their time with you. They're going to go through everything. They're going to help you understand these different things and how they're going to be able to benefit you. And that's the big thing, right? You're getting the result and it benefiting you. So, whatever you're trying to do, libido enhancers, maybe you're just trying to do a little bit of better bedroom performance. Hey, listen.
What do you say, Bobo? I'm just saying. He just said it. I'm just. You're fine. I forgot. You're fine. I forgot. It's like a bull ride. 8 seconds. I got you. All right. Forget him.
So what it is as far as that goes. So, the best thing to do at first thing, call or text the number 727-389-3220. Talk about what's going on, and our staff will direct you in the best possible way to get you set up and get you going for 2024 and hitting your New Year's goals.
We're getting jacked and ripped and enjoying life and healthy and better than ever. So
right.
You guys hang with us all year long. We're going into the new year fired up. Right. Again, I know you guys are out there. Thanks for taking time on your vacation.
Of course.
And give the best to the missus and the little Peter. Give him, well, not little beast boy.
You know what the funny thing is? He's down here in the islands, and to drink and all that's 18 years old. Everybody thinks he's 18. Like, you ain't drinking.
Yeah, the size he is, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's definitely crazy.
I love it. Thanks again, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Guys.
Bye-bye.